New, ow, new, wow. Welcome to our new owl relic tier list. We're going to be ranking all of the relics for Neow. This is potentially the most important decision that you make in a game of Slay the Spire 2. So we're going to help. We're going to give our thoughts on that decision. We are going to be comparing these relics to other Neow relics. They're a little bit weaker than like an Act 3 ancient relic, but they can still be S tier because they are strong for Neow relics. I missing anything about that?
Yeah,
You're
I mean, I
good.
think they're a lot weaker than a ancient that appears after Act 2. Compare our first relic, gain 333 gold, and a curse, and compare that to gain 999 gold. It seems a little bit weaker than that. But yeah, I think the important part is that it doesn't matter what else you come across, right? We're just comparing these to each other. When you get this decision at the very beginning of the run, what should you choose? That's what we're talking about.
My name's Joseph,
Thomas.
And I'm Alex.
and we're going. Our first relic is Curse Pearl. We'll let Alex handle it. It's upon pickup, receive the Curse of Greed and gain 333 gold.
Okay, I gotta admit, when I first started playing Slay the Spire 2, which is fair, I was a certified curse hater. I just hate having curses in my deck. But the more often I pick this up, the more and more powerful 333 gold feels, and I put it into S tier for me. I just think the amount of buying power you get is insane. You can do so many things at the shop. Because of that, you can be able to set your things you're looking for earlier in the run because you can pick up a couple key pieces or pick up an artifact that's really strong for you. Things of that nature really let you set the tone early for your run. And so yeah, I think it's really, really strong, and I put it up in S tier.
Hey, are we saying if that we made tier lists before this by ourselves? 'Cause I just did, so we are.
So, so we made those tier lists, Thomas. We all made tier lists,
Yes, I know.
and we did it just so that we were prepped and we knew where we would place these things. Um, but we don't really need to mention it to you, audience. Beautiful
Fun.
man, lovely lady. Um, but really, we just express your opinions, and we'll talk about how different our tier lists are at the end. Maybe that'll be an after credits feature for the viewer. But for me, like I'll just say, I agree that this is stronger than you might think at first blush. I personally put it in A tier. I've got a very select few that I would believe are the cream of the crop. My like insta picks for Curse Pearl, I need to see a shop soon. That's the main thing. I need to be able to realize that money and turn it into something. So really important to look at the map on this one. But if I see a shop, I think it's really strong, and I think I'd put it in A tier.
I agree. Yeah, good.
On
Yeah, I
A
mean,
tier,
yeah, if we're talking about, I'm fine with that. I mean, I would, yeah, two of you put A tier, that's fine. I think what you mentioned, there has to be a shop early, is very important. Note that might shift it down a tier. And is a lot of competition for S tier, so it wouldn't surprise me if this slides down.
It's funny that you say that. So
uh,
you'll learn more about that later.
Thomas, Hefty Tablet. Choose one of three rare cards to add to your deck. Add an injury to your deck.
Um, Having the choice between one of three of your best cards of your character right at the very beginning, I think is really, really good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. You can put it gives you. I mean, it doesn't always. It's not always the best thing ever, but it's kind of sets your run, sets the tone for your run. Um, and even if it doesn't, it almost certainly makes the first bit of your run significantly easier because you have a rare card that is kind of overpowered in the first
First few
act.
floors. Yeah.
Yeah, in the first few floors, especially. Anyways, so I put it in A tier.
Yeah, I
I
feel
also think it's
similarly
really fun.
I feel similarly. I also put it in A tier for myself. I think it right having a rare card that you can build around. There are some broken rare cards in this game, and if you hit one of those, it kind of feels like you won the game because of it. And you like get a curse, you're like, that's fine. And compare this to the scroll, which you gain one random rare card, but you don't get a curse, right? We compare those upsides and downsides. And this, obviously, curse is really bad. It's specifically an injury, which isn't the worst curse in the world, though. And being able to see 3 rare cards, that is a lot of options that you get to filter through. You have a much better chance of getting a really strong rare card when you get a look at 3 of them.
I think I personally put it in B tier, and maybe it's just I don't value the card. I mean, I think it's good. Anything in B tier, I think is good. When you're in C and D tier, are things that I feel like you're probably seeing something better. So I do take this, but I think I might undervalue rare cards. So I'm good with A. I personally have been valuing it like it's B tier.
And that's fair. I'm honestly probably similar. I don't pick this up as much as I value as my
As
other
you
A tiers or S
theoretically
tiers.
think it's good.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay, before we move on, I just want to say, so far we have matched my tier list exactly.
Nice.
100% so far. So placement, everything. So okay, let's keep going. Okay,
Large capsule.
number 3.
The third relic. It's been 45 minutes. Large capsule. Upon pickup, obtain 2 random relics. Sorry. I was thinking about Neow's bones for a second. I'm going to restart. Upon pickup, obtain 2 random relics and an additional strike and defend to your deck. I think this is the worst relic in the game. I hate it. I hate strikes and defends. 2 random relics isn't bad, but it is not worth the deck delusion with bad cards.
Yeah, I don't have much to add there. I think, yeah, this strikes and defense are really not good. It's just not worth it in my mind. I'd probably pick it up by far the least.
Yeah.
Leafy Poultice. Upon pickup, transform one of your strikes and one of your defends and lose 12 max HP. Alex.
Yeah, I put this in S tier. This is easily my favorite Neow relic. Even though the most recent time I picked it up, I stared at my Necrobinder health pool, which is already the lowest, I believe, out of the 5 characters. I was like, wow, that's a small number. And that did not feel good. But 2 transforms is just so strong, and it's like getting rid of a strike, rid of a defend, and you get to immediately set the tone for your build. You immediately get 2 much stronger cards, which makes the beginning floors easier, and you get already pieces to a puzzle. You can already know what to be looking at for your card draft pools. I really, really think it's S tier.
I'll just say something because I had it in B. I think my issue is I don't trust transforms, but maybe I just need to transform more cards because I'm always like, it's just a random luck of the draw, like. But what you would say to that is, but anything's better than a strike and defend.
It's so true.
So
So
not only is anything you get better, I think Leafy Pulse is the best, and I think it's better than Precarious Shears, which we're going to go over in a second, which removes 2 cards. And that's mainly because the transform has like a 30% chance to be a rare, and you get that 30% chance twice. So we just talked about how good rares were with hefty tablets. Well, you could get them off Leafy Poultice, and you could get 2 of them.
Yep, I've had that happen, and it is absurd.
Neow's Bones. Thomas, upon pickup, gain 2 random Neow relics. Add 1 random curse to your deck. The 2 random relics include Then we don't need the rest of this text. But add two
Okay.
two Neow relics. Random.
So, yeah, I put this one. I'm kind of glad we made tier list before this. I put this one in C. I'm not sure Neow relics are very good, and like in general, and also there's a lot of Neow relics that give you negative effects, right? So it's does it just give you the two, or do you get a curse along with it?
Yeah, two random Neow relics, one random curse. So it can be
Yeah.
really bad curses that are a normality and whatnot,
Yeah.
or it could be clumsy.
So like, not only do you get a curse from it, but you could also pick up. You could pick up the blue ball thing that we've already said is terrible, and like you can't say no to the relics. I don't think either.
Nope.
So it's like
You can't? Huh. I thought you
correct.
could.
Yeah, that's what it
I don't
says.
think so.
I think that's what the description says. Anyways, so you can pick up two more relics that give you two more curses. Sure, one curse isn't that bad, but three curses? Anyways, that's just my thought.
Yeah, I think after thinking about this more, I kind of have come down on it. I think because you probably already have one Meow relic that you like, and so taking the roll of the dice, I mean, they are dice for a reason, to get two Meow relics, I don't know, but two Meow relics is really good. And for the price of one curse, I think that's pretty solid. It's kind of funny because in my original tier list that I made, I put an S tier, but even after this brief conversation, I'd want to move it down to B tier.
See, I'm an S tier believer in Neow.
Oh no.
I believe it's an S tier relic. And let me try to pitch you guys. It's two of them. The curse can be really bad. That's what I found to be the worst part. And I haven't played with it a ton because I haven't been on beta branch, and so I've only gotten to play with it a bit. But from what I've seen, it's really good. A lot of these relics, we're going through the curse pool right now, right? Which have downsides attached to them, but a lot of relics just have no downside attached to them. So you're just getting two starts. Your start is doubled. You have a curse, right? Would I take one? I'd take a curse to get one of three rare cards. Would I take a curse to get another one of these? Yes, I would.
Well, I mean, like I get that, but at the same time, if I look at any individual relic and say, okay, I got one relic, right? I got my leafy poultice that I really like. I mean, that's obviously anyway. Would I take a curse to get this scroll? And I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not.
I'll say there's
That-
power. There's power in being able to build your deck the way you want to. There's like some of this game, you just have to roll the dice, right? But when you can control what you're doing, it's
Yeah, that being said, transforms are broken though, so you know.
But if you're gonna
You
roll
gotta-
the dice right at the beginning is one of the best times to roll it.
That's fair. That's fair. But I don't know. Again, like I don't know, is getting like even if you get one more curse, I don't know. I'm just thinking about the negatives, I guess, because you can get like
Yeah, I've
is
gotten
it
greed off of
exponentially?
this, which was not greed. What's the one that debt? I've gotten debt off this. That's not super fun.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. Yeah.
And then what if you got debt, and what's the other one that you lose all your gold?
But you're probably not going to get a second curse.
Yes.
Would you have to get the hefty tablet? Is that the only way you're going to get, or curse pearl and hefty tablet? I think are the only ways. You could get silken tress, which you'll lose all gold with.
Or you can get the blue ball that you get an extra strike and extra defend.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you could.
no, I mean, no, you could totally be right that it's totally worth the risk. Um,
I don't know. I'm just not seeing it because if you get two of these, right? Two random ones. Let's say the first one is one you would want already. Let's just chuck in Golden Pearl, gain 150 gold. Flat rate, just all, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, if you could already choose that, then you just grab it because then it's asking you, do you want a second one for one curse? And I just don't know if I grab the transform one and gain one curse. Instead, I take the security of just grabbing one. I don't know if that's coming across right.
no, that makes sense.
Like you
Like,
already have one relic.
right, you're not
And so you're
gaining.
adding one relic for one curse, and I just don't know if that's.
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, where are we settling? I still believe in it. I still believe S tier. Y'all have not shaken me, but I know it's not going to be on our combined tier list.
Yeah,
There,
you could put it at
is
B
it
if you're feeling it.
Sure.
be
Sorry,
good?
that one took a while. Yeah, you're good. Yep.
Precarious Shears. I believe this is me. On pawn pickup, remove 2 cards from your deck and take 16 damage. Goodbye, 2 strikes. I love this. I just take it if it's there.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put this in S tier. I put it in A tier, but I agree. It's two removes is really strong, and it automatically makes all the rest of your removes better, and you just thin more and more of your deck. And yep, I agree. S tier.
Yeah, that makes sense. I put in B, but you're probably I'm not gonna die by that. I don't know if I put it in S, but yeah, we're good.
Silken Tress. Upon pickup, lose all gold. Enchant all cards in the first card reward with Glam. Glam says this card has replay once on the first time you play it. So the first time you play it, it plays twice. Alex? We're on Alex? Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like losing 99 gold. That being said, the number of times I picked up this and it's just like won me a run is several. And so for that reason, but the downside is very notable. And sometimes you just don't quite hit because obviously you can get the high roll, but you don't always get the high roll. And you get the, I remember one of my best options was the 2 mana. I forget what exactly the card is. Celestial Might, I think the name of the card is. Do 8 damage 3 times, 6 damage 3 times. And obviously, making that, I mean, even the okay rolls, that's a really strong card at the beginning of the game because now suddenly you're playing it twice. It's doing a ton of damage very early in the game. That's really strong. And it doesn't just outright win you the run, but it's still very strong. So yeah, I sometimes you don't high roll, but even the okay rolls are quite strong. I put it in S tier for me.
Wow, I put it in C tier, but
I'm a B tier on this guy. I think blues in the money's. I mean, I think it's got all the upside you're saying.
Yeah.
And I haven't taken as much as I'd like because I wasn't on beta branch. So I've just had it past like week since the branches emerged. But when I've taken it, it's felt good, but not like game breaking. And I feel like there's high rolls, there's medium rolls, but
Yeah.
you always lose the gold, which
yeah,
drags its value down. If like you didn't have it always lose the gold, I'd agree with it being S tier. But since it's got that curse downside, I personally believe it's tier relic.
I mean, another way to look at it is pay 99 gold for one of 3 cards. Probably, potentially, there's an uncommon in those 3, but so maybe an uncommon, and then probably 2 more common. So you have of your whole character's selection, you pay 99 gold for one. I don't know. To me, it's. I didn't say that very
It
well.
just wins runs, guys. I think it just wins runs. And but I think it is A tier. I feel like you guys have brought me down a bit on it. But I really do think you can there's so many good hits on this. And even when I don't get a game-breakingly good card, it's still like strong and probably not worth the 99 gold, but still strong enough to be like a strong Neow relic. But then you just get absurd things, and I feel like the absurd things aren't even that uncommon. If it ever hits a power card, you just like win the game on the spot. That's what it feels like.
Thomas, I'm still putting B. Where are you?
I mean, we can put it in A.
Yeah, let's
Alex,
go.
Alex feels pretty heavy on
I mean, you
this.
guys. I mean, so did Joseph about
I think
Meow's
I don't
bones.
know. I feel like I tried.
Love me.
I've used it before and it has not worked out well for me. So maybe my experience with it also hasn't been that great. I feel like I've done it once or twice and yeah. So
Yeah, maybe you guys are right.
maybe you just high rolled all the time. Let's just put
Maybe
it,
I just
let's
high
put it
roll
in
all the
B.
time. Maybe.
Let's put in B.
Let's put it in B. Yeah, B,
I...
B, B. I agree. Let's B. Me and Jeff are on B. Alex on A.
The bones.
Gotta put it above bones. Fine. Let's we can go to the next one.
The tiers are officially not ordered, but we do kind of order them.
Okay, next.
Silver Crucible. Thomas, the first card rewards you see are upgraded. The first treasure chest you open is empty.
This is just like the last one, but worse. I put a D tier. Just because, like, one upgraded card for
Three upgraded cards.
The first 3 card rewards.
first 3 card rewards.
Yeah, so it's 3 upgraded cards.
3 upgraded cards to miss out on a relic.
And gold.
And 50
And
gold, which is an important part that I don't account for, but
3. Yeah, 3 is pretty okay. I'm willing to go C. Yeah.
Moves it one tier up.
Upgrades are really powerful. That's why you always want to hit so many campfires. And so, like, having 3 free upgrades on cards you're probably already going to pick up, that's pretty good.
That is one thing about this. You do normally pick up those first 3 card rewards because you just need new cards in your deck. So I'm a fan of skipping, but those first ones you're almost always picking. I think this is B, and I personally put it at like the very top of B tier for myself. Missing the relic is something, and the gold is another chunk. But I think it's really good. I think it's a big power boost.
Yeah, I think it's a huge power boost, especially if you're planning a route that has elites in it later on in the first act. It can really just really help with those. And I would argue for A tier here.
Yeah, you guys have convinced me. I agree. Higher than C.
I put it B tier personally. So B tier, Thomas.
High B.
High B.
Sure.
Fine.
But I think Alex's point is big. You really should be looking at what your map is, right? And so Cursed Pearl, if you see a shop early, Cursed Pearl might be better. But if you see that you're routing towards elites, Silver Crucible is definitely the better one to check.
Which I guess that's... Sorry. I was going to say, that's actually a pretty good point because I almost never feel like I can take on an elite in the first act. But if this lets me take on just one elite, I've gotten my relic back. If it lets me take on 2, I've gotten 2 relics. So that's actually a really good point too. Wow, you guys are really...
Joseph just is gonna let it sit in. Oh yeah, heck yeah, we have. I love Crucible. It's great.
Well, if Thomas is convinced it's A tier, then
We can go with A tier, low A tier.
Yeah,
Right.
let's
Dang.
go.
We can
This
we
feels
can't just
good,
stick with
man.
this.
Because I was just thinking
Right.
about how I love these tier lists, but at the same time, it feels so awkward to stare at it and be like, this looks nothing like my personal tier list. But that made it look more like mine, so.
Okay, next.
Arcane Scroll. Upon pickup, obtain a random rare card to add to your deck. I believe this is me. So I gotta tell you that I had a hard time with this one. The top of C, the bottom of B, it's all kind of blurry when I'm trying to think about these things. Where do you draw those lines? I think it's towards the top of C tier personally. I don't take it very often, but it's got a really good high roll. Maybe I
Yeah,
should be taking it more often because the high roll is so good, and so you just kind of forget about it when it becomes a niche rare card. But rare cards aren't always generically powerful. Because they show up less often, they can make them nichely powerful, which is what I fear with this. The hefty tablet, um, you get a choice between three, so you don't just randomly get one that's only powerful in niche circumstances. Here, you can get a rare card that's just not doing much.
it's true. It's true. I'm just such a this one triggers my gambling brain, and I click it like every time. I'm just like, but what if I hit a really good rare card? And I just click it. I click it way more than I probably should. And so I put it in A tier because I click it the amount I click an A tier relic, but it's probably B tier or C tier. I feel like you're probably right, but I click it like it's an A tier. So
Yeah, I threw it in B. So
B tier. No, I mean
I'd
the
be
high
going.
rolls are really, really strong.
They are really strong, and I feel like depending on your character, I feel like what Joseph said is correct. Like if you're silent, I feel like there's a lot of rare cards that are specific to specific builds. Though this isn't the very beginning, so that doesn't matter that much. But like if you're get one, I think there's corrosive wave. Like that doesn't help you much at the beginning because you
It's
can't
a curse
poison
at the
anything.
beginning. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
curse
it's a
at the beginning.
curse.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like for silent, I would think this is worse, but for like other characters, this can be really good. But then again, what if you get a 3 cost card that you can't use for
Been playing a
a
lot of the
long
effect.
time?
You can get a 5 cost attack from this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Anyway,
true. Yeah. B
sorry.
tier. Let's go. Let's
I,
go.
I know we're trying to cut down on the
No,
chatter.
that's great thoughts, Thomas. I
Great
feel like
thoughts.
that's I definitely look at the card pool and look at those rare cards and be like, which well, yeah. How good are the good rolls? How bad are the bad rolls? Definitely something to think about.
Booming Conch. At the start of Elite Combat, draw 2 additional cards. Alex.
Oh boy, I didn't want to go on this one. I'm pretty sure it's better than I think it is. Uh, but I click it like it's a C tier. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. I don't know. I just like it doesn't give me a power boost at the beginning, but it helps me take on more elites, which is great. I'm not even sure why to articulate why I don't like this one, so hopefully somebody else can hop in here.
Well, I think it's worse than that. I think it's a second
Oh,
D tier relic.
oh,
I
let's
think this is
go.
trash. I think most of the time it's doing nothing. I don't know. You get 4 card draws in Act 1. I just.
And 2 energy.
It's,
You get an energy
No.
now. The old version,
Did it get
yeah, it got buffed. Have you not
Okay,
played with the
that's
buff
what I thought.
version? The buff version's way better. Oh yeah, yeah, the old version would be bottom of D tier for sure.
Oh, did the buff version get merged to main branch?
It did, yep.
Okay.
I thought it was supposed to get.
I'm reading from the wiki right now. I'm not from in Slay the Spire client side, and the wiki has not been updated. So, I'm not 100% sure it's D tier then. Maybe C tier instead.
Yeah.
That is a big buff.
It's
giving
actually a
it-
huge buff. Huge buff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, that's good.
All right. What do we have next? We have Golden Pearl. Thomas. Upon pickup, gain 150 gold.
Yeah, yeah. So I like gain gold relics.
Amen.
It helps you. It helps you set your deck early. You might with this one specifically, you might be able to buy two if one's on sale, a card from a shop. But I still put it at in D tier because 150 gold. I don't know how much of a difference that actually makes. Now, would I actually put it in D tier? Probably not. It's probably more C tier.
It's S tier for me.
Oh, look at that! You're just,
Oh wow! I just
Yeah.
don't think 100. I don't think 150 gold is worth it.
Also, you said like one, maybe two cards if they're on sale. A card on sale is like 14 gold or something. Like a card not on sale is like 50-ish max. If it's
Depends
on
on
sale,
the-
might be 24. Point being, with this, you could buy like 3 cards. Easy, you
Sure.
know, kind of idea.
Sure.
Or,
But then
you know,
it's like
fours,
if you don't
yeah.
see any cards that you want in the first shop, it's just like
buy card
Just
remove.
take
You're
your
ready for the
remove.
next card
it's
remove.
one remove.
Yeah, you just take a remove, or you get a relic. If you don't fancy
Right.
cards
But
you
in
want,
comparison
you don't see
to
relic you want, you just take a remove.
a remove 2 cards, I don't know.
And take damage. The surest you have to
I
take damage.
think it's
Sure.
almost identical to Curse Pearl, which is kind of funny. The extra money, I think, pretty much balances out the fact that you get a curse. I have it in A tier right next to Curse Pearl.
I mean, I had them both right next to each other in S tier. So, yeah.
You guys can be wrong. That's okay.
Gold is so good. You started off so like, I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. It lets you start your run early. Exactly what we were saying about Curse Pearl. You're like, yeah, D tier. I'm like, nah.
I was vibing with you, Thomas.
I saw Alex so excited when I was saying that. And I kind of lit up with that on purpose.
I keep getting these. Lava Rock, the Act 1 boss drops 2 relics. This is a D tier. Doesn't help you at all in Act 1. It's just 2 relics. Yeah.
We've said it a lot in a lot of our videos, especially Alex has said this, but I'll say it so that I can be cool. There's no immediate power gain, and so
we do
it's
say
rough.
that a lot. We do say
Yeah.
that a lot.
You need that immediate power gain so that you can do better throughout the whole act. Like
And then snowball from there. Yeah.
and snowball from there. Yeah. Yep.
Lead paperweight, Alex. Oh wait, no. Yeah, lead paperweight. Upon pickup, choose one of 2 colorless cards to add to your deck.
Yeah, I like this one. I don't think it's anything special. I mean, colorless cards are very strong. We realized and became familiar with that fact when we did our colorless card tier list. And you only get to choose between 2 cards for that reason. I think because colorless cards are stronger, you get less options. So I think it's a decent power boost, and it can be really, really good. I don't know. In general, I don't put it in D tier for sure. I would put this in like, C tier, maybe low B tier is kind of the vibe I feel with this one in general.
My brain said this should be A tier power, but I have it around the middle of B tier myself. So let's stick it here.
Agreed.
Yeah, colorless cards are strong for sure. Yeah.
I definitely would take this over just one random rare.
But what
like
if it's the
having
one,
choice.
Joseph? Gotta gamble. Gotta click the gamble button.
We're not talking about how this is not a fun tier list, Alex.
If we had not made the video about the colors cards, this would be. I'm like, this is terrible, but we did, and they were all like, no, but like
We're good.
more than 50% of them were
Yeah.
just so overpowered, And so if you have a 50-50 chance of getting a really good card right at the beginning,
Yeah.
Anyways.
B tier. Yeah. Yeah. Middle of B tier sounds good.
Last coffer. Upon pickup, gain 1 card reward and procure 1 random potion. Alex.
I gotta go twice in a row. I
No, Thomas.
What did you get on your ACT again, Joseph? D tier. Yeah.
Ooh.
Enough said. It's not good.
I think it's slightly better than a D tier. Being able to see a card reward is solid, and a potion gives you an immediate power boost that can help you take down a stronger enemy, such as an elite. And I think that's quite noteworthy. I'm unsure if I would put it in B tier, but I mean, maybe Joseph could convince me of that. I would probably put it in C tier.
For me, this is one of the most generic C tier relics. Like, if I had to define the C tier as one relic, I'd probably do it as this one. It's so meh.
It's so meh, but it's like, okay, it's like, sure.
Like, these I actively revile against. Like, that is just so bad. This is meh.
I put this low D tier. So it was better than both of those in my thing.
Are you saying, Thomas? I feel like I keep missing your B's and your D's. I'm struggling to keep them separate.
I put this in D tier.
D as in dude.
As in dude. What did you think I said?
I just heard you say B for a second.
Oh.
I thought originally you said D though.
Yeah. I put it right above the 2 that are in D tier right now. So I guess that's where it's at right now too. But in C tier. So we're good.
Next we have I keep getting things a bit mixed up because the wiki is organized different than the order we're going through them. So that keeps throwing me off. Massive scroll. Upon pickup, choose 1 of 3 multiplayer cards to add to your deck. I'm gonna throw this at Alex, and I will come and take 2 later because I haven't actually used this one. I haven't played enough multiplayer to have gotten it. I think I know where it goes, but I want to hear someone who's used it say it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is broken busted S tier. So I played a 4-player run not that long ago, and one person got flanking. I think it was Thomas, and then we just won the run. It was that easy. Like, I swear it was that easy. We got flanking, we win the run. Okay, this gives you the chance to see 3 multiplayer cards. Multiplayer cards are some of the most absurd cards in the entire game, and they're even stronger in 4-player. But yeah, I wouldn't even argue this is better than Leafy Poultice. I don't know if that's actually true. Sometimes you get some colorless multiplayer cards. Also, look at your compendium, look at your character-specific multiplayer cards. Some characters definitely have stronger multiplayer card than others. Tank from Ironclad, not good. Don't pick it up, okay? But flanking just wins you the run, I feel like. And so you get to see 3 though. I don't know. Probably Leafy Poultice is still better if I'm being honest with myself. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is broken busted S tier.
I would say, yeah, multiplayer. You picked this up pretty much.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I had it in S tier too.
Put it above Leafy Poultice. Thomas and I are above Leafy Poultice believers.
Oh boy,
it's almost certainly better than Leafy Poultice.
I don't know if that's actually true because there are a number of colorless multiplayer cards that aren't actually just like broken powerful. I mean, they're clearly strong, but like Leafy Poultice is broken.
EC3 though, that's the thing that really, if this was 1 random, it still would probably be good. But EC3, and they just obviously pump the numbers on some of these cards just to make you have fun in multiplayer.
It works.
It does. Thomas, I'm gonna send it to you, and then I'm gonna take 2 in a row. Neow's Talisman. Upon pickup, upgrade 1 of your strikes and 1 of your defense.
D2.
I think he said
D.
D. I can hear him
D.
correctly,
D.
Joseph.
Nothing D.
I'm not.
We did talk about earlier how good upgrades are, and that's true, but it's also on a defend and a strike, which on the defend is great. Strike extra 3 damage, not great. The extra 3 defend on the
You can feel
whatever it's
that
called.
extra 3
Yeah, the defend is great. Like, yeah, but the strike, it's like, it's not really that. It'll be the last strike you discard out of your deck, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
So.
that's fair. I've still trashed an upgraded strike before, I believe. But I similarly here, I'd like to push back on the D tier here and put it solidly within C tier. I definitely think it's a tier above the 2 we put in D tier. The 2 upgrades is an immediate power boost. It makes a notable feeling difference, and it feels nice. It just feels nice. It isn't crazy. That's why I put it in C tier. But like, I definitely think it's better than the D tier relics.
Yeah, I have no idea where that line is. I put it towards the bottom of C, but if you want a bigger D tier, right, I could see this floating in. I wouldn't be hurt, but I think it's C tier for myself.
I was gonna say it depends on how many you have in your D tier, and I have 9.
Wow,
10,
that's a
11,
big
12.
D tier.
I have 12 in my D tier.
No wonder he hates Neow's bones. If there's that many bad relics.
Yeah, if they're all that bad.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought, I think.
Next we have Neow's Torment. Upon pickup, add 1 Neow's Fury to your deck. That Neow's Fury is deal 10 damage. Put 2 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Exhaust. Upgrade it to 14 and pick 3 cards. I am a big believer in Neow's Torment, and I was even before they gave it this buff. I think this is B tier.
Okay, who?
I'm a big believer. I
put it in B tier too. I just the way you were speaking at first, I thought you were pushing S tier, top of A tier. You know, I just like I don't know about that. I dig B tier here. I dig B tier.
Yeah, it's a good amount of damage for early game, and you can really play around with that redraw effect, especially with like 0 cost cards. On certain characters, it's better than others. But I just remember with Silent being able to being able to do something like play my what's the 0 cost that gives weak, right?
Prepared.
I just play my 0 cost that gives weak. I play another card. I play Neow's Fury. I get to play the other card again and the 0 cost that gives weak. And that was my first turn. And it was really good. It felt good even when it was random. And I bet it feels even better now because it feels better on not the first turn.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. I agree.
Alex, you're a little muffled now. Is
Sorry.
that just me?
I agree. I have nothing to add.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. I put it as the worst relic, so.
Thomas, you know that card that I hate for no reason? It's called Pummel Strike. It reads, draw 2 cards, deal 9 damage or something like that. I don't know. I don't pick up the card that much. I should pick it up more. This card is that, but like better in most scenarios because you get to hand select the cards from your discard.
Yeah,
but it exhausts. Sorry, it exhausts. That's a notable downside. My bad.
It exhausts, but also you don't have to.
I actually thought that was the only positive of it. So I'm pretty sure this is one of the first relics I ever picked up playing the game. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. And I know it's gotten buffed, I think, right?
Yes.
But I picked it up and it was lame. It was so bad. And so I don't think I've ever picked it up again. Maybe I picked it up one more time and it was lame again. I don't know. I have not had any good experience with it. And so, bottom of D.
I think solid damage, decent card draw, good
I'll
card.
drop it one for you, Thomas.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
It's me again. New Leaf. Upon pickup, transform one card. Transforms are really good. This isn't two transforms. It is just one. But I think it's an A tier. I don't know where exactly an A tier, but I think it's definitely feels very A tier to me. I take it a lot. I do notice it's not Leafy Poultice. I get it, and I go, that would have been nicer if it was two, but it's still really good.
I agree that it's good. I think it's slightly worse than your pudding, and I would put it at top of B tier. I don't know though. Maybe bottom of A tier is fine. One transform is really strong. I mean, it for all the reasons we've already talked about with Leafy Poultice. And so maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for. I just look at it and it looks a little underwhelming, but it's quite good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been very concerned about your audio for this video, but what can you do?
I was just gonna say about the leaf, that my opinion about transform should not be taken into effect because I apparently am wrong about them.
You're on this pod.
Okay, I put it in C tier.
Yeah, the average is to B tier, even though it's probably A tier. Whoa, top of B tier.
Yeah. If it was just me and Alex, it would have been at the bottom of A tier. But your opinion matters.
Hey, that's where I put Leafy Poultice.
I don't know. Does Thomas's opinion just get?
It doesn't matter. Nutritious Oyster Alex. Upon pickup, raise your max HP by 11.
I put this one in D tier, although I think it is slightly better once I consider the fact that you're also healing more at rest sites because you have the increased max HP. However, I just really don't think it does that much for you. You don't get any power boost, and I don't know. It's just like it doesn't do anything for you. Like if your deck was better, you wouldn't die. And this I don't know. Yeah, D tier for me for sure.
At what point does it become good? Like how many max HP does it have to?
31 apparently is pretty good. So we know once you hit there, it's really good. I don't know. That's a good question. That's an interesting question. Like I would say, like 16. I'm looking at it quite nicely for sure. At what point do I start picking it up? 13, 4. I don't know. It's a weird question.
It's a great question. I had it in C tier myself, but I am so nothing on this one that I'd be okay to if it was in D tier. Just so nothing on it. A lot of the C tiers I feel nothing on. What was that, Thomas?
Let me try to sell you on this, guys. It's like 2 defense, right? It's just two defense worth of energy, right? It's I like max HP. I'm a feed ironclad player. I love playing the greedy feed. Just getting up there, seeing how high I can get. It's kind of a game of its own. See what your max HP is. I'll put it in D tier. So Um, it's not good. I don't think it's that good. But yeah,
Cool. Glad we
I couldn't sell you on it. I couldn't sell myself on it.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
Um, file holster. Um, vial, file.
File for
Vial.
some
Vile.
reason. Yeah.
Vile. Probably. Oh wait, is it not vile?
It's pH, yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Vial holster. A band pick up gain one potion slot and procure 2 random potions.
What are you doing?
The vial holster for you, Thomas.
Is this
What
me?
tier do you think it's in?
Okay. If I'm using my brain, it's honestly probably like B or A tier. But I hate how temporary potions are, and so I put it in D tier.
I mean, Joseph, do you have more thoughts about this than I do? I've already talked about in other videos why this doesn't like, for some reason, I don't like this as much as I should. I know on paper it's stronger than it eliminates an entire ascension level. It says ascension like 5 or whatever it is, doesn't exist. And you get a potion. That's pretty good. And then I used the potion. I was like, well, that felt like nothing. And then I hate it. But that being said, because I know, unlike Thomas, in my brain, I know it's higher, and so I put it in B tier, even though I treat it like a C or a D tier.
You let your brain overcome your
My
biases.
feelings,
How
yeah.
shameful.
Uh, B tier feels good to me. I think there might be an argument for A tier, maybe, but B tier is a good spot. Is that what you said, Alex? B?
I did say B tier.
Yeah.
I feel like Alex has said in other videos that you've watched videos about people talking about how good potions are. And so I
Yeah,
wonder if we
people
just
like
undervalue
potions.
like do we just
I think we
undervalue
do.
potions?
I
Part of my
think
issue is I
probably.
never know when to use them because they're a one-time use. It's like, oh, I don't want to use it now. I like always want to save it for the boss or always want to save it for the elite, but then I get another potion and my potion slots are full, and it's like, well, I just wasted that. Which I mean, I could hold one more potion with this, I guess. But anyways, so
Yeah.
I probably undervalue potions quite a
When
bit.
to use potions is one of those like second order skills that you really need to develop. Uh, I really think what they do is they mitigate bricks is one of the big things that they do. They make it really they allow you to get out of the way of your deck just having bad RNG because you have potions and you use them at the right times. I think it'd be like a full video breaking down the right time for each potion to really understand when the right time is. Some of them, like the more powerful ones, you just say, I'm saving this for the boss. This is going to let me, like a power potion, right? This is going to really help me in the boss.
Yeah, and the
But other
file
ones, you look at
hoster.
what?
Sorry, the file hoster specifically helps you with that because it allows you to have that extra potion slot to hold on to the really powerful thing without feeling like you're wasting potions. Because sometimes I hold on to that power potion and then I end up discarding potions, and that's just a waste of power. That's a waste of health because they save you health. And so this allows you to hold on to more powerful potions much easier because you have that extra slot.
Yeah, 2 potions feel tight, and the 2 potion slots feel tight, and getting 2 random potions should help give you some power that might let you take an extra elite in the act or something like that. Next we have Pomanda. Pun pickup upgrade 1 card. Is this Thomas?
I was the last one, but I'll go again. This is in D tier.
And I'm curious, are you thinking like top of D tier or bottom of D tier or middle?
It was so I had top of D tier. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I put it at bottom of C tier, so top of D tier is also like totally fine with me. Thomas, sorry, I want you to keep talking about why.
Oh, no, I was just gonna compare it to where I put other things. It was my second in my D tier, right behind the golden pearl thingy that you guys wanted to put way up there for some reason.
I have it in C tier myself. Very nothing. The things I'd put in D tier are like painful, but it's very nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
If we put it in D tier, I'd be okay. But I'd personally flip it up to top of C, bottom of C. If you have the characters matters on this, I feel like Ironclad has no good hits. When I'm thinking about it, right?
I mean, Bash can be nice
Bash
to have
is Bash.
upgraded.
Yeah,
Bash is nice.
it's nice.
Everyone has something that's nice, right? But what
But
is
like,
this super valuable? Usually, you're not spending your upgrades on your base cards, and this upgrade goes on your base cards.
yeah, I would say like Necrobinder, it's much better on because making that summon 5 into a summon 7 is like a top priority upgrade in the first place. Defect is generally upgrade hungry because you have 2 base cards that can upgrade to cost 0, which makes them way easier to play. That helps out a lot. And so they're definitely better on those 2 characters, worse on Ironclad. Silent, making your week 1 into a week 2 is a notable upgrade. So maybe it's worthwhile on that. I mean, that would be my pick probably. But
That would be
point being, yeah, so better on some characters than others. And upgrading a base card in general is not going to be as strong as upgrading other cards down the road, which is why it's not as powerful.
Yeah, we'll keep it in C. It's perfect symmetry.
Which, I mean, good point. Like, just as a good point or a statement, I usually play Ironclad. So, it's if we're saying it's worse for Ironclad, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not really, in my personal experience, my lens of the game.
Yeah, you're right. On Ironclad, I would probably agree it's D tier, so that makes sense. Why you would put it down there. Why I think one, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I think 1 strike and 1 defend is better than 1 upgrade.
I agree.
On Ironclad, I'd agree. I've been playing a lot of Defect. I'd probably rather have this on Defect. But not on Ironclad, right? So
if you're just listening to this and you're not looking at the screen, we're debating putting the one we just talked about and the green necklace one that I don't know the name of.
Meows talisman.
That upgrades 1 strike and 1 defend. We're debating switching those 2. Or is that one better or worse than them?
Yeah,
anyways.
but they're not ordered technically. Precise shears. Apparently I made Thomas go twice. So now I get precise shears. Upon pickup, remove 1 card from your deck. I love removes. I put this in A tier myself. It feels weaker and weaker the longer the game goes on. And I feel like removes were stronger at the start of the game.
Because they were cheaper when the ascension
Because they were cheaper.
changed.
Yeah, they made them more expensive, and it's removing 1 of 7 strike or 1 of 8 base cards is a less powerful effect than removing 1 of 2 base cards. And so the more removes you can pile on, the better. I like doing that, so I have it in A tier, but I could see it being in B tier, especially if the transform version of this is in B tier.
Yeah. I mean, just because the transform is in B tier, I think at minimum we have to put it under that. It would be a very strange tier list if we have scissors above our transform leaf. And overall, yeah, I just feel like 1 remove isn't that impactful enough. Like 2 removes, you feel the difference immediately, and you feel the difference in the long run. 1 remove, I don't know, it just doesn't do that much, especially when removes are so expensive in general. So I actually put this in C tier, although I would be very comfortable with the B tier here. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I put it low B. It doesn't feel, definitely not A tier. It's not on the same level as those other ones. Yeah, not even close. Yeah. So
Scroll box, which I think
it's Alex's turn, if you're wondering.
is Alex's turn, but I'm not seeing it on the
Oh,
wiki.
Yeah,
yeah, I had
so on this relic, you get 2 choices of 3 cards. So it appears in front of you, 3 cards here, 3 cards here. And whichever 3 cards you pick, you get all 3 cards from that pack effectively. And so you're adding 3 cards to your deck, and that can give you a really strong immediate power boost. However, frequently, minimum 1 of those 3 cards is going to be a card that you just don't care about and wouldn't really want to add in the first place. And that could even be 2 of the 3 cards. It's very rare for me to hit all 3 cards that I actually want. And it's not uncommon for me to hit 2 cards that I'm just like, I mean, they're better than strikes and defense. So true. But in the long term, it's gonna slog down my deck. But I do like it. There's no downside to this one besides potentially adding bad cards, as I just referenced. Point being, it got buffed since it previously you lost all your gold, and back then I felt like this was
Terrible.
weak. Yeah, terrible. But like even back then, I was like a higher fan of it than I should have been, and so now that that's removed, I like it more because of that fact. I would put it at B tier somewhere, probably on the lower end. Looking at all these B tiers, I feel like our B tier is pretty stacked. I kind of like our B tier's got some good relics in there. I could be convinced to go. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I mean, looking at it, comparing it to C tier, it's definitely better than that shell, but I have it in C tier. Um,
I'm a low B tier myself.
it, it, it's not it. Getting the 1 random rare card has to be better than it. It has to be, in my opinion.
Compared to 3 common
1
cards, I
uncommon,
mean,
2 common.
oh really? 1 is going to be an
Your
uncommon.
defect, there's a 1% chance they're all claws.
Now we're talking.
You have to pick it 100 times. No.
Yeah,
Well, I
pretty
don't
much.
know. Like with 3 common cards, you can get stuff
1
rolling with you quite
uncommon,
quickly. But
2 commons.
I
I don't
certainly
think
click on the random rare card much more often. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever pick this over the random rare card. I'd rather roll for a rare card than.
Yeah, and you should put the precise scissors down there as well.
Oh, jeez. You guys are mean to picks.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I
I
feel
actually
better.
got this towards the top of C tier, but it was in the group of things that I was like, maybe they should be in B tier. Next we have small capsule. Upon pickup, obtain a random relic. Pumps.
I put this in D tier. There's so many relics out there. And I don't know. I feel like our conversations from other ancient rankings has kind of influenced this, but to replace a relic from an ancient for a random common relic or a non-ancient relic, even though I don't think Neow's relics are great, they're almost all I don't know. They're almost all better than a normal relic, right? And to say, oh yeah, let's just instead of getting an ancient relic, let's just get a random relic. It's
Correct me if
not.
I'm wrong. Are these random? It can be rare relics, right? Is that true? The wiki doesn't have any details on that.
That's a great question. I've only picked this thing up like once, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, it might be able to be. I wouldn't be surprised if it was able to be, but still, I don't know. How many rare relics are better than Neow relics? You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's a good comparison. Is you're talking about a random relic, you can't even confirm it's good compared to like these relics, which almost all of them are going to be better than a vast majority of the pool of relics that this is drawing from, and so inherently that makes it worse than just picking one of these other relics. If it does hit a good, like if this gave me Anchor, I think Anchor is broken. I mean, we've talked about Anchor so much just because it's the golden child. There are some relics that are quite strong, but yeah, I mean,
And
I generally agree.
it can hit rare relics, which I just want to say, I think that might be,
With that in mind, I'd shift it up to C tier for sure.
you could get mummified hand off of this,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
right?
mummified hand is, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Which means the high roll is higher than you guys might be thinking.
Sure, but like you could also get, I don't know, a
Marbles.
bad one. Marbles are fine.
I like
Marbles are
marbles.
fine, but like you'd rather have any one of these, right? I mean, besides the D tier
Uh,
ones.
Where would I put marbles? They're higher than all of C tier for me.
Really?
Yeah, marbles are
I think
good.
I'd take the max health
Nah,
over
you're
marbles.
crazy for that. I think
Am I?
they're. Oh no, sorry, Joseph is. I think I
Okay.
might prefer oyster over marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marbles? Nah, marbles is good. Marbles is good stuff. I love me
I
some
mean, I,
marbles.
I like having
But
marbles. I like it when I get it.
Okay, now we
Because
will
I'm saying,
transition
but
into a relic
this
tier
can be
list.
rare, which means it can be game busting, which means I say it really does need to be here in the C tier.
Yeah,
Not
that's fine. But we really need to transition to a relic tier list to fully understand this relic.
get it full mullet.
pull them all up. Let's go. Um, Stone humidifier. Whenever you rest a rest type, raise your max HP by 5. Um, I don't know who it's on because I've just lost complete track and I'm failing at my job. I'm gonna say it's on me. This is pretty much oyster, but slightly better, maybe. I would probably put it in bottom of C tier myself and only have these two in D tier. But if oyster's in D tier, I think this should be in D tier too.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it's better than the oyster, or I think oyster is better.
Oh, interesting.
Or here's my thought: is you're trying to avoid resting. Like if you're
Yes.
resting, that's already a bad thing. So yeah, it improves that, but with oyster, you get an automatic. Going back to like the idea of getting automatic increases, sure,
Upfront power.
max
Yeah.
upfront power, which I mean, max health doesn't really have a bunch of upfront power, but
It can let you take an upgrade instead of a rest, maybe, because you have
Yeah,
enough
that's
health
that's
left.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
um, so I don't know.
But this says take that rest. Do it. Don't
Yeah,
don't fall for that trap, right? But I
yeah,
just think you do rest, right? You'll rest once or twice an
right,
act, and so by act 2, this will probably be more health.
sure.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah,
stone. Yeah, I'd put stone humidifier above oyster.
That's
okay.
fine. I
Big
just
debate.
thought I'd share my thoughts.
We all really
Yeah, I know.
share. No, it's okay. No, it's an understandable thing. And Act 1 is the hardest act, right? And so me saying this is better in Act 2 might just be mean I'm wrong. But
It's fair.
uh, winged boots, Alex. You may ignore paths when choosing the next room to travel to 3 times.
Boy, I can tell you this is the most thinky of the relics in my opinion. You have to stare at that map and truly ponder if your map is a good map to make usage of this, because you can get some pretty cool things cooking with winged boots and you can hit some pretty cool routes. Overall, though, I don't like this relic. Maybe it's just me, but I typically just find a path and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it's good. Like, how much better could I put this in D tier. Um, I don't like it. Tell me what you guys think.
Well, I couldn't see.
Wow, Thomas put something not in D tier.
I've
It
never
was
actually
winged
picked it up,
boots.
but can you use this anytime you want? Like you could use like it once in each act.
Yeah, you can save all 3 for Act 3. You can use them all back to back. You're just no longer constrained by the little lines. When you have it, you can jump anywhere.
Yeah.
Um, on my climb, I haven't got to use this a ton yet, but I personally put it in A tier, which I think might be high. I think it's actually B tier, but I personally put it A because the times I've used it, it was that strong. I was able to dodge elites when I needed to dodge elites. I was able to take two. I think I got 2 extra campfires in Act 1, and then an
Mm,
extra shop when I needed it in Act 3. That's some big
mm,
Yeah.
upside, right? That's
That
2
is
extra upgrades. That's an extra
that's fair.
shop, and um, I think I high rolled that time, um, but it was definitely A tier that time, and I'd probably put it in A tier if you guys let me, but at least B tier. I think it really lets you go to what you need to do. Lets you dodge things that are going to kill you, and you can just save it for a future act if you're doing well.
You make good
um
points.
yeah, you do. I mean, I was thinking of it more as I almost always run into a fight that I never like. There's almost always a time where I'm like, I really don't want to go down this path right now. In every run I play, there's at least like one time that happens. That's what I was thinking of it with.
Hmm.
Um, but saying that like, oh, you can get this campfire and then skip over and get this campfire and then skip over and get this shop. That's a really good point. So I'd be willing
Yeah,
to go higher. Probably not A tier, but
You could put it in B tier.
convinced.
A little bit. I'm probably like top of C still. It doesn't give you power at the beginning, which is a thing we always bring up, so that's why I brought it up here.
yeah, we have to bring it up just in case people forget about it. We have to bring it up again.
Yeah, except for it can get you power in Act 1 and dodge the issues that not having extra power in Act 1 would cause, right?
Right.
So if you burn it all 3 in Act 1, you've got a pretty good route, almost certainly. You got like a really good route.
Yeah, but my route was
Do look at
already
map
fine.
before you click on winged boots, though. I think that's the thing that we say all the time that should be said for wings map. Look at the map for it. Fishing rod. Every 3 normal combats, upgrade a random card in your deck. Thomas.
Um, I put this in B tier, low B tier, but I'm thinking high B tier, low A tier. Honestly, just upgrades are so nice, and having to go to a campfire to get it, like you, like off. I don't know. At least for Ben, uh, I think he almost always chooses his routes based on how many campfires there are. Anyways, you're gonna be hitting normal combats, right? And so being able to upgrade a card every 3 normal combats that you're gonna hit anyways
A piece
feels
you might be
good.
missing here is that it is a random card.
That's fair.
Um, and so for me, that makes a huge difference. If I gotta choose, I would really, I mean, I think that'd be kind of absurd. But because you don't choose, I'm like, I compare it to the green Neow's talisman that upgrades 1 strike and 1 defend, and it often does that by like the end of Act 1. And then it upscales from there, and so I do think it is better than Neow's Talisman because of that, even though it doesn't have that upfront power that Neow's Talisman has. But over time, it will scale much higher than that. But like, it just hits strikes and defense so often that I don't feel like it's crazy. And so, like, B tier is fine with me. I would just put it on the lower side.
Yeah, I had it right at the top of my C tier personally, but it's like if it's at the bottom of B tier, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I had it at the bottom of B tier. Is exactly where I had it. So
I mean, that's exactly where I have it actually as well on my thing. I was
heck
just
yeah.
talking
You were
out loud.
feeling it. I read its text and it excites me. I want it. But then it's like doesn't do much.
Like if you rolled into this one with the dice, that'd be great.
That is
But just having it as like a side power is really good. But you don't want it to be your choice of power,
yeah.
right? Like if you
There's a
could
lot of
choose, yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Last Alex Kaleidoscope. Upon pickup, obtain 2 card rewards from other characters.
Yeah, I think this one's a ton of fun. I will say that. I have recently picked it up because I think it's fun, and then just had so many whiffs, just so many just not great cards or cards that just don't work well at all. You know, if I get a silent like, oh, 1 mana generate 3 shivs, that would be a fine card to have in silent, but it's fine because I can build more synergies with those shiv cards. But in my defect build, I'm like, I don't want a 1 mana deal 12. I mean, I guess 1 mana deal 12 isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's not my favorite. And so I feel like I've just been whiffing a lot with this. And so I've come down a lot from where I was. Not to overdo the B tier, because this would bring us up to 2 rows, which should be illegal. But I did put it 1 spot above the fishing pool is where I had Kaleidoscope. Because 2 card rewards at the beginning of the game can be a big power boost that can help you a lot. But they won't synergize very well often with your deck. And sometimes you just whiff, and I've only picked like 1 card sometimes because of that fact.
I'd be okay if this and Fishing Rod drifted down to C tier, the top of B tier drifted up into A tier. I have a hard time at those edges. It's not always so clear to me, right, that these are distinctly so much better. But around Fishing Rod and Pull is right where I feel like this goes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I knew Alex was going to say that it was fun.
It is fun. Having cards from other classes is so much fun.
Yeah.
Okay. So before we leave, let me pitch you guys on Neow's Bones. Look at this. Look at this. You got a what? Like a third chance to be up here, a third chance to be down here, and a third chance to be in the middle, right? So on average, if Neow's Bones was just gain 2 things in B tier and gain a random curse, would you take it above the things in B tier?
I mean, if it gave me precise scissors, sometimes a curse is better than a strike. So it does have that going for it. I mean, that's valid.
Because if it was 2 random B tiers, I would definitely take it above everything else in B tier,
Yeah.
right? But it's not
Yeah.
that. It's a third of the time it's better than that, and a third of the time it's worse than that, right? And a third of the time it's that B tier. So you can get a high roll where you get 2 things from above this. That's insane, right?
Mhm.
But
But
in
you're
S
not,
tier,
I mean, not that it makes
but
a ton of difference, but unless you're playing multiplayer, you're not going to get that top scroll there.
that's okay.
Just
On average, though, you're getting the average is probably 2 from B, right? Or
Yeah. So if you get 2 from B, it would be top of B.
no, two B's is better than anything in B. It's A. It's double. And a random curse. It's a clumsy.
But like,
Clumsy.
Second
Yeah.
ascension bane.
I think Alex was joking about this, but like, if you got the precise scissors, though, all it does is just amp that
I mean,
close.
if it replaces my strike with a clumsy, I'm
That is
okay
an
with that.
improvement.
Clumsy exhausts itself, right? Is that the one that exhausts
Yeah,
itself?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Ascender's Bane clone.
That's better than a strike. I don't know. I mean, you make a good point, but I think if you have like 1/3 of the time, you're like, I don't.
Because I feel like we need to move something up from B to A, because they'll be near perfect symmetry,
Yeah.
and B will lose a line. And I think if I look at what's in B tier, Neow's bones is just as strong as the A tier, or this leaf. I'm okay with this leaf too. Those are the two I'd pick.
I mean, Alex put that hair in S tier.
I did. It's got
You did.
absurd upside. Granted, I think I came down on A tier on it for sure. Yeah, I could agree to your for symmetry and because you partially convinced me.
Neow's bones.
Sure.
Oh, that does look so much better.